Welcome to Puzzle with Emilia, that's me, and today is time to show you all my new puzzles and the best moments of November. First and foremost, I'm more than excited to show you my very first Christmas puzzles. So get ready for a holiday jigsaw puzzle haul. You have also shown a great interest to my Christmas puzzle calendar, so we're gonna also open it together in the end of the video. But let's start with the new puzzles, and let's start with the not so Christmassy puzzles and then move forward to those holiday puzzles. Let's start with this Aimee Stewart puzzle. I love her. Such an amazing artist. I just adore. Every time I see one of her puzzles, I have to buy it. There's no other chance. And I quite often say that I love detailed puzzles, but to be honest, what I really love the most is puzzles with random items on them. But it's hard to find a word for it, because when I say detailed, I could basically also mean this type of puzzle, and this is not really my favorite. So I asked on my social media and Instagram for your help, and quite many people actually said also collage puzzle, and I consider this collage. I don't consider this collage, or this is another example of my favorite puzzles. And somebody also said that they're called busy, but then I was like, I think this is busy. I don't think this is specifically a busy one. And in the end, there was one person who told me a word that I really like, which was a still life. And I think that's the most describing word for what I'm looking for. But I would love to hear your opinion. What do you call these type of puzzles that just have random items on them? I just love them so much. So this was definitely my favorite. The name of the puzzle is Purrfect Piece. You know, perfect, like a cat written. And I just absolutely love this so much. Then I absolutely fell in love with this one. This is brand new, unopened. I haven't done it yet. It's a candy store. I mean the name, but I like this because it's like a kitten in a candy store or cat-owned business. Of course, I would support that. So I really love this one. I also love Trefl because they always deliver. They have such a good quality. This, by the way, is Trefl Prime, which has even better quality, but even the regular ones are amazing. Then I was also in Turku for kind of like a puzzle swap event. They were also selling used puzzles, and I swapped these. I would say pretty basic puzzles, not specifically my favorite, but really good for speed puzzling practice, because both of these are 500 piece. I would say a little bit harder images, so really good for that purpose. And then I also got some completely new prints for me from that event that I bought. Let's move on to those ones. So I am so excited for this. This is my first, I assume you pronounce it eeBoo, hopefully, right? So this is my first puzzle from them, because I don't think they're really sold here in Finland, but I found this as used from the puzzle event. It's also a round puzzle, so I'm super excited. I love the colors. And then also this one is new for me, this Nova puzzle. It seems like we have some kind of kitten-cat theme today going on. I also love this one. I had to buy it. Super cute. I've never done Nova puzzle before. I'm actually not even that familiar with the brand, so I'm quite excited about it. Anyway, I'm gonna do either one of these in one of my next videos, and I would love you to choose which one. So either put on the comments, vote which one would you prefer, or go to my community tab and vote there. But either one of these, this is Nova puzzle, the cat puzzle. Does it have a name? Just Renkli Kedi, but I don't think that's English. Might be English. I might be uneducated. And then we have this vintage butterflies by eeBoo. Then I was also contacted by an artist some time ago. I mean, she's not like professional artist or anything. She just does paintings on her spare time. You know, she's working, I guess, on health industry or something. Anyway, she lives quite nearby and she was wondering if the paintings would go well as a puzzle, and she wanted to, you know, order with her own money some puzzles from Puzzle You with the like custom with her own paintings, and she gave me one to test it out, and I actually love this because I don't really like paintings in puzzles in general because they're usually quite dark, but I love the colors in this and I already did it. It was quite good. I mean, I would love if some like puzzle brand or commercial business would like pick her paintings, you know. I guess that's how it works, that puzzle brands kind of like buy the license or ask artists to do something for them, so I would love it. Obviously she doesn't have a business, but I would love to see these to be actually sold somewhere. What do you think? Okay, then we have one more puzzle before we get to the Christmas puzzles. So this is also what I bought. This is a wooden puzzle, like very small one. It's an image of guitar. It doesn't say a brand. I don't think this is the original packaging, so I have no idea. But I love wooden puzzles. I only had one before, so now I have two. Or actually, I do have three, because now we're moving on to the Christmas puzzles. And this is the most amazing thing I've ever found. It's wooden, it's Christmas, it's cats, it's so cute. It's also Trefl, so I'm very excited. I'm expecting a high quality. I think it's also 500 pieces. Yeah, so it's quite big because my previous wooden puzzle was quite small. So I am so excited for this. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm like, ooh, I can't. Yeah, that's probably the best of the Christmas puzzles, but I have a couple more. Oh, by the way, oh yeah, I also bought crossword puzzles. I wouldn't say I'm like a crossword wizard. I just buy them sometimes. So this is like a December edition. Quite cool in Finnish, of course. Probably not worth to show you further. And then. Yeah, so this is what I also bought as used from Turku. This is actually also from a Finnish brand Tactic, which is, by the way, quite convenient because yesterday, 6th of December, was the Independence Day of Finland. I really like this image. I think it's kind of like a fun and silly 1000-piece puzzle, perfect for a holiday. And then we have one more before we move on to other stuff. So this is actually the first Christmas puzzle I bought this year, also from Trefl. I think the image is more traditional, it's still unopened, so this is the only like brand new unopened Christmas puzzle I got now. I'm so excited to do this with my husband Daniel during the holidays. And actually I bought this at the same time when I bought this Aimee Stewart puzzle. The situation was that I kind of promised myself I would buy new puzzles, but I saw this Aimee Stewart puzzle, so I had to buy it. There was like no other chance. So I had to find like an excuse. So then I was like, hey, you know what? I don't actually have any Christmas puzzles because a year ago I still didn't do like puzzles as a hobby. So I never really bought a Christmas puzzle because I mean, it wasn't my hobby back then. It didn't really make sense. So this is my first one, so that was a good excuse. I need my first Christmas puzzle because I mean, like a person who has a puzzles as a hobby and doesn't have any Christmas puzzle doesn't just make sense to me. So I had to buy this, obviously put that excuse, and then this just magically came with us on the side. So now I got them both. Great deal. I don't buy any puzzles. This was all the new puzzles. I think I lost count, but I think there was around 10 puzzles. I will add them on the description. As most of these are used or sold in the Finnish market, I'm not too sure about where you can buy them. But it's time to move on to the puzzling moments of November. So definitely my number one moment was my speed puzzling achievement that I'm very proud of. The speed puzzling challenge where I did 100-piece puzzle in 5 minutes. A little bit over if you've seen the video, but that's like 20 ppm, which would mean like 500-piece puzzle in 25 minutes. Of course, I'm not able to reach that yet, but just to know that that speed is actually possible is so cool. I haven't been able to kind of like have the same speed with any other puzzle yet, but it's just so like you just know that it's possible. It's possible. Moment number 2 is more mind-breaking than mind-blowing, and that is me doing the one solid color jigsaw puzzle Golden Crypt. That wasn't just one video, that was 2 videos because it took me so long. I just did not have any patience to actually finish it and get it going. And we're gonna get later on a couple of shoutouts for the viewer comments, but I have to say that if you're doing a crypt and you're looking for tips, then you may not want to get tips from my videos because I was so lost with it. But there are absolutely great comments under those videos that you should go and check out. Such a smart people, they're trying their best to help out with the crypt. So go and check them out. And then the moment number 3 is actually related to my very first live stream here. You can still go and watch that as well. I was participating in a speed puzzling competition. I won, but I was in a shared first place with my World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships pair, the other Emilia. And what is mind-blowing to me is that we had exactly the same time. Exactly the same time that placed us both as first. So that was pretty amazing. And yeah, I'm considering more live streams in the future. I think it was like a first try, so there is a lot of things I need to develop considering the quality and everything. But yeah, let's move on to the viewer comments because it's always so nice to get comments from you. Okay, so this is my favorite comment of the November. Love this channel, you're approaching it in such an analytical manner, which is exactly how I like it. Thank you so much. I think the analytical approach is definitely like right up in my alley, and I can promise you more of that. I hope you enjoy it because that's the way how I approach basically anything, if I could say. And it's always nice to get like positive comments or even constructive criticism is always welcome. Believe me when I say that I also get negative comments like this, but you probably actually never see them because YouTube have like automatic moderation, so it hides these kind of comments. So they don't show the viewers, but I do see them because they get on my, kind of like review this comment kind of box. Not so nice. I don't really have too much to comment on this, but I can say that from the deep of my heart, I don't want anybody's ears to hurt. So if that happens, please press the X button. If you don't know the X button, how to close your tab, please try press the go back button. That will take you to the previous page. And if you're so traumatized over my nonsense, then just hit pause on the video, take a deep breath, and exit to the left. Thank you. But of course we want to end a little bit with a more positive note. before we go to the Christmas calendar. There was also some brilliant comment from somebody. Let me actually check it out so I will code it exactly correctly. I don't want to misquote people. So I was wondering in one of my videos, because you know my opinion about the mini puzzles for speed puzzling practice, and I was wondering if there is any smaller puzzles that would have like a, you know, the kind of like the regular size of the pieces. And there isn't too many. There was quite good tips, but Vicky Carter commented that, you know, just a thought, why not take 500 piece puzzle and once it's completed, split it into 5 sections, each with 100 pieces, then use those separate sections to practice with. I hope this makes sense. Definitely does. I've literally just thought of it and I'm going to give it a try this week. Please update us if you actually tried it. I love your channel and you sharing your ideas and puzzles. This is brilliant. Like, I haven't thought about this, and this is exactly what I usually say also about stuff that I say, that it's not like something wall changing, it's something so obvious that maybe none of us has thought about. So this is from Vicky. This is great. I mean, and I think there's also puzzles that fit perfectly for this purpose. For example, the one from the World's 2022, I think, Floral Reflections or something, or kind of like any puzzle. So this was brilliant. It's actually pinned on this video. I love it. Please share all your brilliant ideas. I'm thrilled about this. This is like dazzling. Yeah. Well, anyway, the Christmas calendar. Joppa, hei hoop. That's finished. This is my calendar. Let's open up together the day 4. It's day 4 as I'm filming this, that's why. Basically the brand is what we call Peliko, but it's also owned by Martinex. So if it's sold abroad, which I highly doubt, it probably goes by Martinex. And the name of the puzzle is probably just Mauri Kunnas, because Mauri Kunnas is the artist behind the image. And I just love this Christmas puzzle so much. I mean, so far it seems it's missing one piece. I'm hoping that it will come up in other days box. If you're more interested in what's going on with this Christmas calendar, I have started the YouTube shorts, you know, those like mini videos, series there that I will be opening it up each day together with you on that video. So remember to subscribe. And I think for shorts, you most likely need to also put the notifications on if you're not actively checking out my channel. So go there and you can also follow up with this fabulous Christmas calendar. And remember to vote for those 2 puzzles, which one I'm gonna do in one of my following videos. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.